Are we already 1 week into February? Yes. Am I still going to pick my TBR for February? Also, yes. Okay, so it has been 3 weeks since I have spoken to camera because I went to Thailand on vacation and it was everything that I hoped for and more. It was so beautiful. Everyone was so nice that I met there. We went with an entire group of people, and all the people that we met in the group were absolutely amazing. And let's also address the elephant in the room. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. But we got engaged. I know, I know. I am so excited for this era of my life. Honestly, getting engaged was so beautiful, especially on such a beautiful location in Thailand. I could not be happier. Honestly, I feel like I have found my real life book boyfriend, and I am so excited to be planning a wedding. I mean, let's have a moment for the ring. It's so beautiful. I mean, he did so good, guys. He did so good. Anyway, let's pick my February TBR using these TBR cards. If you have not already done so, then please sit down, relax, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, be all comfy, and let's get ready to pick the TBR. I actually should have made new cards because I don't have that many cards anymore, but you know, it will do. So let's pick 5 books for the month of February because this month is already shorter and we're already a week into it. So I don't even know if I can get through all 5 of these books, but let's just pick them and then I will see how well I can do this month. Okay, so the first card that I'm gonna be picking, let's see what it is. One of the longest books on your TBR. Why TBR cards? Okay. Yeah. Let's just see. Longest book, right? So what is a really long book? I feel like When the Moon Hatched is a very long book. Oh, it's only 550 pages. That's not even that long. Oh, I also have one book hiding behind here, and that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I feel like this is even longer. This book is 700 pages, so this one is already winning. I don't know if there are going to be any books on here that are longer than 700 pages. Let's look at Brimstone. No, this is 660 pages. No, I don't think I need to check any of the other books. They're all going to be shorter than that. Yeah, so we are picking up Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and even though this is a very long book, I am very excited for this one. I have been dying to go back to the Shadowhunters universe. I just feel like it's so nostalgic and fun, and I have never read this series by her. So this is the second book in the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare, and I have read the first book in December, maybe the end of November. I don't even remember when I've read it, but it's not been that long. I remember everything about it, and I don't know why I didn't pick the second book up right after it. Probably because it's a big book, and yeah, I don't know. I just didn't get around to reading it, but this series is so good so far. It has a forbidden love story. And if you know the Shadowhunters universe a little bit, then you know that we have this bond that is called Parabatai. It is kind of a bond for life between two warriors, and you're basically bound to protect each other, and you can feel each other, and you can always be with each other. It's like a very intense bond to have with your fighting partner, if that makes sense. And if you don't know, shadow hunters basically protect the human world from demons, so they are demon slayers. In this book, we follow a female main character and a male main character who are bonded as parabatai, but there is one rule, and that is that parabatai can never, ever, ever fall in love. And obviously, that's the whole premise of the series, and it is so good. It is so good. Honestly, I'm eating it up. The first book was already 4.5 stars, so I feel like this one could be very, very good for me. It could potentially be a 5-star read. So I am very excited. Let's put this book on my February TBR. Okay, card number 2. I'm gonna do this one. What does that say? One of the shortest books on your TBR. Wow, how did I just pick these back to back? Okay, let's pick one of the shortest books on my TBR. That's actually perfect. I have a very long book and a very short book. What is the shortest book on my TBR? I feel like it's this one, a photo finish, but this is the second book in a series, so I can't really do that one. Yeah, this one is probably the shortest. Yeah, it's literally 330 pages, but how long is this one? Yeah, this one is already 430, so this one is like 100 pages longer than the second book. That makes no sense. But I can't pick this because obviously it's the second book. Let's see, what is gonna be very short? This one is still in the packaging because I just bought it. Let's open. Oh, this is 450 pages. It does not look like that. Okay, that one is long. Maybe Daughter of Rome might be short. How short is this one? 384 pages. Okay, this is a top contender right now. I also have The Huntress by Carrie Cotton. This one is even shorter. This one is 373 pages. I feel like we have a winner. I am not gonna find a shorter book, I think, on here. So let's put all of these books back. So next up on the TBR, we have The Huntress by Carrie Cotton. And this is a Christian historical fiction romance book. I don't even know if it's historical fiction or romance, but it has a very big romantic story, so I feel like it's gonna be right up my alley. I was in my medieval knight era when I have read The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillick, and this just sounded so good. It's also a Christian book, so I hope that it will have a very beautiful Christian message in it. And I heard nobody talk about this, but I've seen it on Book Talk a lot when you search for like Christian historical fiction books, and this one is very highly rated. So I hope that I will really love it, and I feel like this is a series of 3 or 4 books, but they are interconnected standalones, and they are set in a medieval kingdom. And in this story, we are following a queen. She just became queen as she's still very young, and we are following a prince of the enemy kingdom. So I'm very excited to see where this book is gonna go. I will probably fly through this, and I am excited to put this on the TBR. Okay, card number 3. No one talks about this book. Oh, I could have picked The Huntress because I've heard nobody talk about that one. But I have so many other books that I've heard nobody talk about on my TBR right now because I went on a few bookstore trips where I just saw a book and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. Let's do that one. Let's see. We have Songlight. I have heard nobody talk about this book. We have Ravenminder. This is the newest edition on my TBR, and obviously I'm excited to read it. What else? Oh, we also have The Weaver Bride. I bought this one because it looks beautiful, and I don't know, I'm just excited to be reading this. I honestly don't really know what I'm in the mood for right now. I already have a young adult fantasy and I have an historical book. So maybe it is a little bit overkill to pick this book because this book is young adult fantasy romance with a medieval setting. And there's also a knight romance in this, so I'm very excited for this, but maybe it's a little bit overkill to also put this on the TBR. But I do want to read it. No, let's pick variety for this month, okay? Let's put it back. So then I have The Weaver Bride or I have Songlight. And The Weaver Bride is a young adult fantasy romance book. And this is more whimsical, so fairy tale-esque, I feel like. Or at least that's the vibe that I'm getting from this. I don't know if that's true. All I know is that our main character is a thief and she has this type of magic where she can literally open every door. And I feel like it also has some kind of marriage trope because it's called The Weaver Bride, so I feel like she's gonna be a bride. This one is also young adult goodness, but this one is a sci-fi, and yeah, I actually don't know what this is about. So all I know about this is that it is a sci-fi book and that our female main character possesses Songlight, and Songlight is some kind of power, and it is the power to connect telepathically with others. So I don't know what that's gonna do, and I feel like her power is not allowed in this kingdom, so it's very dangerous, that whole plot. Okay, purely for the variety on my TBR, I will go with Songlight, and also because this is a library book, so I better read this first so that I can see if I like it or not. And it's also not a very long book. It's 460 pages, so that looks like it's a long book, but obviously it's very, very tiny and the text is kind of big, so I feel like I could do this in February. I feel like this would be a good one. So let's put Songlight by Maura Buffini on the February TBR. Okay, we have 2 more books to pick. Let's see. New to you author. Okay. Let's see. Who is new to me as an author? Actually, half of these authors are new to me. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm in the mood for. I am also kind of in the mood for something a bit more emotional, but it is a very long and intense book. This is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I don't know if I should do this though. It's 500 pages and it's very emotional, but February is this like gloomy, dark month, and I feel like this will fit in this month. I feel like this is such a heartbreaking book, but I'm still so interested in it. I just want to know what this is about, and I'm very interested in this time period to read about the World War II. It's long. I don't know if I can get through it in February, but I do want to read it really badly, so I'm gonna put it on the TBR, and if I don't get to it, then I will probably read it in March, but I will do my best to get through this. I have been wanting to read this book for such a long time, and I found it in the library and I was like, yeah, this is coming home with me and I really want to read it, so let's put it on the February TBR. Okay, let's pick our 5th and final book for the TBR. Let's see, what does it say? Has been on your TBR for over a year. Ooh, what has been on my TBR for over a year? These are all not on here for over a year. I know that Ninth House is on here for over a year. These are all not on here for over a year. I do know that Lotus has been on my TBR for over a year. What else? These are all new. I've been so good at reading my TBR for the past 2 years that I'm like, all of these books are rather new. Even The Coworker, I've had it for a long time, but it's not over a year. The Graham Effect's also not over a year. Okay, so we have 2 choices, and I don't want to do Ninth House. It just... Okay, I do think that when I read it, I am going to enjoy it, but I just don't feel like reading a dark academia book right now because you just usually need a bit more brain power for a dark academia book. This is also secret societies and like a mystery element to it, and I feel like I need to have a bit more brain power to really get through this book, you know, to understand what is going on. I don't think I'm gonna read this right now. So then that leaves us with Lotus by Jennifer Hartman, and I don't really know what this is about. I do see on the bottom of this book, it says a trigger warning, sexual assault. So I already imagine that this book is going to be heartbreaking and very intense. So it says, all these years, I've never given my heart to anyone. The truth is, I didn't have a heart to give. My heart was with a ghost. To the rest of the world, he was the little boy who went missing on the 4th of July. But to Sydney Neville, he was everything. Her heart hasn't been the same since her best friend disappeared, but she's learned to build her life around that missing piece. 22 years later, the last thing Sydney expects is for Oliver Lynch to return. Okay, let's stop there. This is going to be heartbreaking and weird and probably have 2 timelines and probably emotional. I am excited to put A Lotus by Jennifer Hartman on the TBR, and I am probably going to cry a lot this month because we have this. We have All the Light We Cannot See, and okay, we do also have some lighter options, so it will be fine. Okay, so to wrap it up, this is going to be my February TBR, and we have a very good variety of books right here. I mean, I am excited for every single one of these. I think I am going to start with Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare and just have the biggest book out of the way. I feel like that will be a good strategy. So anyway, we have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, we have The Huntress by Carrie Cotton, we have Sunlight by Maura Buffini, we have All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and we have Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and being here. If you like this video, then please consider subscribing to my channel and stick around to see more and to talk about books together. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!